Well, kind of like Jonathan, very nervous about doing this because honestly, I'm used to my college kids and we all, have a chance to discuss things as I talk or Sister Belinda talks, and it's not just, straightforward like this is. Different setting, but I'm going to do my very best. And we are, here to talk about the Christmas season. And Jonathan did a great job of telling us about it. Definitely. Wonderful job. You know what? He's very right. God is the God of all seasons. It's not just Christmas, but Christmas is a special time. It's a time we definitely take to celebrate His birth. And in that birth, it doesn't matter, like the video showed you, where it took place, right? Does it really matter? Does it matter if it took place in the North Pole? Does it really matter if it took place in the desert, in the rainforest? No, it doesn't. What matters is that the Lord came, robed in flesh, and blessed us. And so that's what's important, and no matter what the setting. So going off that, I just want to ask you a question real quick. What do you think of when you think of Christmas? I'm sure we may think of the nativities. We may think of gifts and a family, different things like that. But the one thing I always think about is home. Home is, something that, all of us look at as, okay, it's a place of safety. It's a place of tradition. It's a place that we go when we need rest, right? Right. Let's start with safety. Let's think about that. I think all of us, consider our home or, wherever we're going this Christmas. Maybe you're going to a parent's house. Maybe you're going to a grandparent's house. My grandmother's house is very special to me. When I think about my grandmother's house, I think about all of my close loved ones all together. It's a very, special time because we don't get together on a normal basis. All my family live down in southeast Texas or East Texas and even other places, Florida. And so it's just amazing. We could all get in one little house because my grandmother has a tiny little house with 50 people in there. Wow. And shoulder to shoulder, hey, how's it going? Hey, hello, And so you're trying to meet everybody and talk to everybody that, you hadn't had a chance to see in a year. It's, a special time though. No matter how crowded it is, no matter how long the bathroom line is, you get to get your number. Number 45, not again this year. It's one of those deals. It doesn't matter. All those tribulations that go into it. Going to my grandmother's house is very special, and that is kind of a home to me. It's a homey feeling. It's something very special to me. Whenever you think of home, like I said, you think of safety, right? It's funny. When you're listening to the news, I'm sure a lot of you check out the news here and there. And, like me, I try not to listen to it too much because it's just all negative. It all brings my day down, and anything good that happened is now worthless. So now I try to keep, to the sports section. And sometimes that depresses me. My Stars aren't doing very well right now. But, talking about, it is a place of safety. And so the news is, one of those deals where I'm sure you've heard of all the home invasions that have been happening in Dallas. I'm sure if you haven't, there have been quite a few. And this is right about the time it's supposed to happen because people know, hey, there's gifts, there's presents, there's money in homes right now because everybody's got them stacked under their tree. They've got them in envelopes. They've got everything stored in their house right now, so this is the perfect time to hit. But I'm sure listening to that news on a normal basis, it's like, wow, oh my goodness, we got to make sure we have home security. We've got to make sure that we have the right weaponry in case someone does get in here. It's not like when you hear on the news about someone getting mugged. That's every day. Big deal. Oh, someone got carjacked today. Whatever. But when you talk about that one place, home, being invaded, signals go up, you get scared. You start to think about me. You start to think about my home. What do I do to protect me, my family? You start going and, the weaponry moves from the closet or the tall shelves to your side, to your pillow on the couch, just in case that one guy gets in. What do you think about, when you're getting home, grocery shopping or something late at night? You're sitting there and you're like thinking, wow, it's kind of late. I got to get these groceries in the house as quick as possible because you just don't know who's watching or something like that. Because honestly, the darkness is kind of scary and you've heard all these bad things, but the one place you're going is home. You're not jumping and running out to your backyard. I've never heard of someone said, I'm scared, I want a backyard. Or, I'm going to Phil's house, I'm going to go over there because I'm scared. You're going home. Because you know what's in your house. You know everything that you have. And you know that's the safe place. Well, I want us to think about that because, God, He is a safe place. Right? When you're in your worst times, when things are going the worst, like Jonathan said, he was having the worst time in a month and a half. Difficult time. You don't know what to do, but the one thing you do know is God is right there. Even if you have no one else to depend on, because trust me, I know a lot of you in this room, you may know people that you think you can depend on, but you don't know you can depend on. I'm right there with you. You get worried, you don't know what the next step is. But God, He's always there. And at the worst time, I think about this. I think, man, what do I do? In the first place I want to be is either at home or here. I want to be here at this altar when the worst things are going, because this place is holy and God is here, and I know that I can depend on Him. He's closer than a brother. Man, that's close. Woo, that's close. I don't have a brother, honestly, but I have a sister, and Brandon knows. Brandon knows my sister very well. My sister will protect me to the end of the earth. I could have said the stupidest thing to the biggest guy in the room. And guess what? My sister was there, she stepped right in front. Not because, she's trying to be tough, because she loves her brother. And I love her. And I would do the same thing for her, no matter what. So, come on, Randy, go to her, step up. It's one of those things. It's I don't know, it's just such a, interesting thing when you think about it, though. We will do the biggest things for, the people that we love. And so, what is home else? There's other parts of home. Home is belonging as well, right? So, you go in this world doesn't always accept you, right? There are certain situations you may get in where, you're not the first person picked on the basketball team. You're at work. Think about it. You're not the first person to always get that promotion or the pat on the back. Just a simple pat on the back. You're not that first person sometimes. And you look at other people and you're thinking, man, well, they get that, I don't, why? There's all these circumstances you can get into. Why does this person get to go in the front of the traffic and I'm stuck all the way back here? It's the point of the factor is when you go home, at least you know that's the place where you're accepted. Right? Even if you're there by yourself. That's a place of acceptance, because guess what? You care about you. But if there's other people there that live with you, a majority of the time, I can't say for everybody, but majority of the time, those people that are with you, they are there and they respect you and they love you. If it's a family, they're there for you. They're ready to support you at any time. Well, it's a great thing when we get together in this house, whenever we can, because it's a place of belonging, right? This is a place where people have open arms. And I am, I do the college and career, and I, try my best to encourage our students to do different things. And it's amazing when I get a chance just to simply step back and look and watch them do it. I can't tell you how many times we've had some new college students just this year, and I saw our group that were here before last year grab them, take them by the hand and say, hey, this is who we are. We're so glad you're here. I didn't even have to make that first step. Even though it may be part of my responsibility, I didn't have to. That is a blessing. That is the Spirit of God on those young men and women who did that. We are here to reach our world. And we are here not only to, be just a part of this, but we're here to be amongst those that don't know God. And it's so great when we can bring others in, or we can welcome them in these doors. This is a place of belonging. There's no one in this room right now that doesn't belong. I don't see anyone in this room that does not belong in this room, in the presence of God. And I'm so happy to say that. I am so happy to say that. So I want to keep us on the track of home, because this is home, right? I consider each of you my family. This is family. I tell my wife all the time. I say, man, we're so blessed. We are so blessed because, I don't come in these doors dodging people. You know, I don't. I know when I was a young person, I was silly. You know, hey, I was, you know, one of those, but I would literally, you know, I don't want to talk, I'm better than that. Or maybe, I don't, you know, this person intimidates me, so I'm going to walk this way. You know, I don't think I have nice enough shoes on today to walk into the front of that guy. You know, I don't have the new Jordans. I'm sorry, man. I better walk this way. You know, I don't. You know, it's part of, you know, mentality when you're kind of, you know, you're young, or maybe you're naive, or maybe you think of other things. But you know, it's amazing when I can walk into a room and know that no matter if I'm wearing a suit, if I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, accepted, and I belong. That's the coolest thing in the world. You know, home is also part of outreach. It really is, because you think about when you're home, it's also, you know, it's part of outreach, but it's also a workplace, because, you know, there are many times when we have projects, you know, either for the church or for the other things we're doing, it comes home with you. It don't stay wherever you're at. You know, trust me, my wife, you know, has been doing some things lately, and I've noticed that, you know, she tries to bring it home because, you know, she's always thinking about it in her mind. You know, and I do the same thing when I'm either, you know, getting ready for this lesson, or if I'm doing something for the college or career, or maybe something for work, I bring it home. It doesn't stay here in church. It doesn't stay at the job. It goes home with you. But that's because, you know it's a place of focus. It's a place of confidence. And it's a place that sometimes you can do your best work. And it's an outreach, in a sense, because not only when you're doing those things, but you can also bring someone there. So, you know, this is the one thing I would like to say about home. When you're talking about outreach, it's always a presentation of bringing someone into your realm, right? Someplace that they are not comfortable, because it's not their home. They don't know. They're asking where the restroom is, or where the kitchen is, or, you know, where do I go? You asked me to come over here to work on your car, man. I think that's your garage. Is that your garage? You know, you're not sure where to go. I'm inside the house. What doors to where? Well, you know, that's why you bring people in and you show them you're kind. You take your time. You don't ask someone to come help you do something and be like, good luck. Good luck. I don't know. You figure out what door it is behind number 1, number 2, or number 3. Which one is the garage? You don't do that. You know? So you think about that. So you're obviously going to help somebody, and you're going to take them into your home, show them, be polite. I don't think anybody invites them to their house to be rude to them. So think about that in the sense of God, okay? So, you know, when we're doing, you know, things with here or anywhere else in our lives, we have to be that outreach. We have to be ready to bring people home. And I'm not saying just to your natural house. I'm not saying to the one that is here on this earth. I'm talking about you. You need to be a home for someone else. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying, you know, give everything you have to somebody. I'm saying you need to make sure that you're that open door that someone needs. They need to see someone who is polite, who is kind, and who is not ready to take something from them. Because trust me, that's what our world's about, taking. We're taking, right? Everything about this world is taking. I've noticed that. You know, you get to see, you can't get on YouTube, anything on the internet, basically, without seeing an ad. It's so annoying. I'm trying to find a song or something, and you know, YouTube's got these ads pop up. It's like, skip, please skip. It's because there's always somebody trying to take. Then, you know, you go to the store and people are handing you things. Here, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. Take this. Oh, come on. I got a sample for you. Come on, buy. It's all about that. It's so few times that you get a chance to meet somebody who wants to give. Think about it, really, honestly. Can you think this week who's literally someone trying to give you something? Without having something involved. It's, oh, I'm going to give you this piece of paper, but I want you to buy something. No. It's very few times that people are ready to give. It's our responsibility to be that. Why is that? Because our Lord was the ultimate giver. He sacrificed His life. Wow. He sacrificed everything for us. That, I mean, that is touching. And you know, I don't know about you, but that wrenches my heart just to think about everything on that day when the Lord hung on the cross. He not only, you know, was there in pain, but He also was willing to take His time to tell a thief, forgive him. Wow. In his worst time, He took the time to give something to someone else. He could have just said, You've already sinned. I'm dying. I don't have time for you. I don't got time for that. No, ain't nobody got time for that. You know, I mean, really, think about it. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I stub my toe or I cut myself, I'm angry. I don't care. I'm mad. I'm upset. You know, and there's not a lot that you can change my mood right then. And I can't imagine the pain that our Lord went through during that day, but yet He still gave.
Yes, amen. That's good. Amen.
You know, there's a lot that we can talk about, but I just want you guys to think about this and thinking about home. You know, our Lord is our shelter. He's the one that gives us that. He gives us the, you know, do you realize just in His shadow, that shelter means more than you could ever imagine? Just His shadow. That's wild to me. It just really makes me think. But, you know, I want to be like the Lord. That's why I'm here. The Lord asked us to be like Him. To be the mirror image of who Jesus was. Think about that. To be the mirror image. And it's difficult to, you know, like Him, the Lord was robed in flesh. He was robed in flesh just like you and me. No difference. It's easy for us to do, like the video we showed. We can make, add things to the story, can't we? We can build upon what we heard. We can build that. But we need to think and consider that not everything that we have built upon is the way it was or is, okay? You need to think about that. You can build on all of that, but you need to realize there's a core. That there's a core to it. And that just because of the way it's built doesn't mean the way it is. And I want to be that home. I want to know that God is my home. He is my home. There's no other place that I'd rather be. And one day I hope to make heaven my home. As our youth choir prepares to sing, I just want to leave this with you guys. You know, there are so many things that are coming out. So many things that are ready to distract us from the real meaning of not only Christmas, but the real meaning of God and who God is. Not only is the God of all seasons, but He is the God of home. And when you need Him most, He is there. He is ready with open arms. So during this holiday season, I challenge each of you to consider that and to stop and really think about who God is. Because, you know, there are so many things that are going to come at us. There will be so many people trying to come at us. But we need to take that time and stop. God is home. Thank you.